The North Atlantic, winter of 1943. The deadliest place on Earth. Every voyage across these waters was a gamble with death. The North Atlantic was a graveyard for ships, but Convoy ONS 154 kept moving west. Each convoy carried whatever could be spared for the return trip. Empty barrels, machinery parts, scrap and repair supplies, and every ship knew the U-boats made no distinction between full or empty. Every night ships vanished. Not into the dark, but into history. "45 ships left Liverpool, but the Atlantic would decide how many reached Halifax. They weren't fighting for glory. They were fighting for each other and for every ship behind them. While the convoy fought the storm above, below the surface, the hunters were already in position. Nazi submarines and aircraft prowled the sea lanes day and night, striking from the fog without warning. In the heart of the storm, one Royal Navy Corvette held its place among the convoy. She was small, slower than most, built not for comfort but for endurance. Her crew hadn't seen land for days. Only the endless gray of the Atlantic and the faint shadows of ships she was sworn to protect. Then somewhere in the storm, her rhythm began to fade. The engine strained against the sea, coughing through the waves. One by one, the lights of the convoy ahead disappeared into the fog, and the Corvette was left alone in the dark Atlantic. The storm had passed, but the silence it left was heavier than the waves. The Corvette was alone, the last shadow of a vanished convoy. As daylight faded, the sea turned black. The captain stood alone on the bridge, the ship quiet beneath the fog. In the engine room, the crew fought the cold steel, trying to wake the ship's heart again. Below, they fought the engine. Above, he fought the silence. From the bridge, a single light blinked into the fog, but no reply returned. Below deck, the heart of K-159 began to beat again, tired, uneven, but alive. Through the fog, the convoy stretched on, scattered, silent, but still moving forward. But for K-159, the fight wasn't over. Her damaged engine groaned as she pushed through the heavy Atlantic swell, trying to rejoin the convoy she'd sworn to protect. But the convoy was far ahead, lost somewhere in the fog distance in the endless Atlantic. After several hours at sea, the ocean revealed what the fog had hidden: scattered crates, splintered wood, and drifting oil. Signs of a battle K-159 had been too far away to fight. The captain raised his binoculars, and finally a trace of hope. Far on the horizon, a thin column of black smoke clawed into the sky, the dying signature of the battle they had missed. The battle was over, but its ghosts were still drifting across the ocean. But hope turned to dread in an instant. Beyond the drifting smoke, a darker shape cut through the waves. Low, narrow, unmistakable. A German U-boat. Still on the surface after its attack, slipping away into the fog. Below the waves, the hunters were not finished. Inside, the U-boat's captain pressed his eye to the periscope. Through the trembling lens, the lone Corvette appeared, damaged, exhausted, but still hunting. For the submarine captain, it was a final chance and a final shot. A single torpedo slid from the tube, the last one left after the brutal attack on the convoy. It raced silently toward the Corvette, a final attempt to claim one more victim. But luck favored the Corvette. The torpedo drifted wide. The U-boat, out of ammunition and exposed, slipped beneath the waves, vanishing into the deep shadows of the Atlantic. The Corvette struck back immediately. Depth charges splashed into the sea, one after another, sinking, sinking. Then the ocean erupted in thunder as explosions rolled through the depths. Depth charges away, the Corvette hammered the sea, hoping to catch the U-boat before it slipped into the deep. But when the water finally settled, there was nothing. The U-boat had escaped. Alone on the endless Atlantic, K-159 resumed her slow march toward the fading smoke on the horizon. She had survived the storm, survived the battle, and kept fighting, even after the convoy was long gone. In the North Atlantic, victory was never measured in ships sunk, but in ships that reached home. And sometimes survival was the greatest victory of all. Not every battle ends in triumph. Some end simply in survival.